If I'm going to be devil's advocate. But somehow, you know, he said Uhuru is this man. I don't agree.
Why not, Prof? I
think Uhuru has done in this country big damage. He is the one who weakened institutions, which now would have protected him. Okay? He started weakening the police structure, which had been given independently by the 2010 Constitution, by now bringing that office back to the office of the president. Now the police can be used to invade his farm or whatever themselves, or they can be told not to respond because he weakened that office. When you look the way Uhuru has been populating very serious critical institutions with extremely weak people, deliberately, because he used to...
Weak people?
Yeah, weak people. I will give you examples. You see, Uhuru will recruit people before he advertises. Okay, so the Kenyans in the Angalipo, of course, we apply. Look here. When you have, for example, control of budget, telling you that I was forced to break the law and approve several billions, the control of budget knows that that is a protected office by the law, and that what she's supposed to approve must be in accordance with the law, meaning Appropriation Act. Okay? When and you say that, you walk out of parliament and you are not resigning, and nobody is asking you to resign. Okay? Director of Public Prosecution. You go to court, you say that I was forced to accuse this person. There was no evidence. You are still in that office. It's a protected office by the law. You are not supposed to take directions from anybody. Consistently. Uhuru Kenyatta weakened institutions by hiring weak, spineless individuals, by populating these institutions with the people simply who cannot stand on the side of Kenya and follow the law. So, in a sense...
But, Prof, is that really a fair charge to these individuals
it is,
holding these institutions?
Let me ask you...
And if we do have a new administration in place, isn't it within the purview to sort of then, by going with what you're saying, change then how things were done then?
It is, but the question is whether it will change. You have to remember that our weakness, we started this country wrong in 1963. So we continued with that and got a reprieve only 10 years under Kibaki, that the law was followed. Okay? And Kibaki, by the way, people don't understand, he governed this country with the own constitution, but he almost looked like he governed it with the 2010 constitution. Then we returned ourselves to the hole in 2013. Now we are digging that hole deeper. So, of course, what you said is really correct. It's incumbent of the new administration to now change and strengthen these institutions. But other than the pronouncements, have you seen any effort to strengthen them? Because the moment AG, for example, the Director of Public Prosecution, accepted that all those cases were cooked, the current administration should have told him to leave that office so we can get a Kenyan who will resist the pressure because it's protected by law. That didn't happen. Yeah. When even direct this, the fellow, budget, when she told the parliament that is the day she should have left that office. It didn't happen. So the truth of the matter is that the president damaged
doesn't it also just perhaps speak to our values as a
let
community?
Me ask you, with a pronouncement like the one from Ishungwa, that look, who invaded these farms, did you hear being supported by the National Cohesion and Integration Commission? The answer is no. And why? Because populating institutions with weak individuals.
Well, we'll have to perhaps pose that question to the NCSC.